Why play Hanabi Gold Lane? Well, she deals massive damage in team fights. She has incredible wave clear, strong crowd control, and she scales extremely well into the late game. Her bouncing basic attacks also allow her to damage multiple enemies at once. However, she does have a weaker early game, and she struggles against assassins and heroes that can burst her down before she gets items. Hanabi's passive enhances her basic attacks, allowing them to bounce between nearby enemies. This gives her amazing wave clear and lets her deal huge amounts of damage during team fights. Hanabi's first skill converts excess lifesteal into a shield. While this shield is active, she's immune to crowd control effects, making her surprisingly difficult to lock down. Her second skill throws a kunai that deals damage and slows enemies hit while also restoring mana. Hitting multiple enemies restores even more mana, allowing Hanabi to constantly pressure her lane. Her ultimate throws Hinganbana at the target, immobilizing enemies hit. If nearby enemies are caught in the flower's range, it spreads to them as well, potentially locking down an entire enemy team. For combos, a good go-to is to activate your first skill, slow enemies with your second skill, then use your ultimate to lock them down before finishing them off with your enhanced basic attacks. Another combo is to start with your ultimate during team fights and then continuously attack while your bouncing attacks spread damage across the enemy team. For matchups, Hanabi is pretty good into shorter range marksmen since she can constantly push waves and poke them down, but she can struggle against assassins and heroes with strong burst damage that can quickly eliminate her. For emblem, take the marksman emblem with weakness finder. This gives you extra attack speed and makes it easier to kite enemies. For battle spells, take flicker for additional safety, although inspire is a great option if you want more damage. Aegis is also a good pick if you want more survivability. For build orders, start with corrosion sight into swift boots. After this, demon hunter sword and golden staff are fantastic pickups before finishing your build with malefic gun, wind of nature, and sea hellbird or rose gold meteor depending on your enemy lineup. For skill orders, start with your first skill, then your second skill, before maxing your first skill and upgrading your ultimate whenever possible. Starting the game, your main focus in the gold lane is going to be farming safely and avoiding unnecessary fights. Use your first skill to quickly clear waves and your second skill to poke enemies while maintaining your mana. Once you get your first few items, start rotating with your team and look for opportunities around turtle fights. Entering the mid game, focus on pushing lanes and grouping with your teammates. Hanabi becomes much stronger once she has 2 or 3 items, and her bouncing attacks can quickly shred grouped enemies. Always position behind your front line and let your teammates engage first. Entering late game team fights, it's all about positioning. If you're allowed to free hit, Hanabi can wipe out entire teams with their bouncing attacks and crowd control. At this stage of the game, one good ultimate followed by uninterrupted basic attacks can completely decide the fight. And that's why Hanabi is one of the strongest late game marksmen in Mobile Legends. If this guide helped you out, be sure to like and subscribe for more Mobile Legends guides. And of course, here are the final builds.